be seen no more. I find no sadness in that. I find joy and liberation and freedom, real freedom, in that understanding. This is the foundational understanding of the journey that we've undertaken here with these three commitments. It is the knowing acceptance that everything changes. Everything changes, and the destination of our journey, and there is a destination to this journey, is being at peace with that reality. Being at peace with that reality. You know, they say it's not the destination, it's the journey, but in this case, we have a destination. And you and I can get there. I won't tell you when. It may take human time, but we will get there. We'll all get there. We will all get there. Our first vow is committing to cause no harm to the best of my ability. I commit not to cause harm to the best of my ability. If you are willing, would you make this vow with me? I commit not to cause harm to the best of my ability. You might be thinking, why to the best of my ability? Why don't I simply commit not to cause harm? Because we all cause harm. The most highly practiced Zen Buddhist master that ever walked the planet knows that they cause harm. Did that Zen master ever inadvertently step on an ant? Yes. Did they ever accidentally inhale a mosquito? Yes. 2 strikes, death, and just broke his vegetarian vow. Yes, in living, there will be some form of harm caused, and the vow is not to cause harm to the best of my ability. And you might be thinking, why a vow? Why take a vow? I don't need vows. I'm a nice person. I don't mean to harm anyone ever. I don't mean to. So why do I need to take a vow? There is great power in a vow. When you take a vow, when you make a commitment to someone or something, you become bound and connected to that person or thing in a mental, emotional way that you never were before. Every time you make a vow, you are self-empowering. You are building yourself spiritually. You are creating more spiritual muscle mass. The Buddhist teacher Chogyam Trungpa said, there is greater power in a vow not to kill than in just not killing. There is greater power in a vow not to kill than just not killing. Do you feel the truth in that? That's the power of the vows and the commitments that we make. And we know that our words have formative power. Your words, everything you speak, has formative power. And the more truth in it, the more heart in it, the more pure mind in your words, the greater formative power. When we're making jokes, and I love jokes, simple jokes, jokes that are not barbed and aimed at others, but simple jokes, those don't have great formative power. And that's a really good thing, and I'm glad the system works that way, because it allows us to joke. Otherwise, if all of our words had formative power, we should not tell jokes. And that would not look or feel very good. But we can joke. If you're willing, recall a time when your words or actions were harmful to another. Don't sit there and say, I never harmed nobody, ever. Well, if you did, come on up, because we're going to dialogue. But just think of a time. It doesn't have to be a big harm, just think a harm when your words or your actions cause harm to another. So how did you feel at that time? Were you angry, upset, confused, feeling superior? You were feeling some way, so just check in on how you were feeling at that time. All of these emotions are reflexive. They just happen. They just happen. We don't think about it. They just show up. You can say, well, they came from somewhere. I'll give you the subconscious. They came out of your subconscious. But you didn't plan it. So you're in this state. You're angry, upset, confused, superior, flummoxed, not getting what you want. And you respond. Well, think of that emotion you had. Jill Bolte Taylor, in her book, My Stroke of Insight, it's a great book, My Stroke of Insight, she says of these automatic emotions that just show up, that they have a duration of, well, let me ask you, how long do you think those emotions last?
90 seconds.
Very good. Very, very good. 90 seconds. She read the book. They last 90 seconds from start to finish. So let me ask, how long has your anger ever lasted? An hour? A day? A week? A month? A year? Anybody go for 10 years? Do I have any takers? 10 years, right there. You're 10-year. But the emotion that caused it all lasts 90 seconds. And everything that comes after that is our story. It's our story about the emotion. And we just keep that story going. And as we keep the story going, we remember the emotion. But that emotion, it's gone. But the story keeps cycling through. So when you had that experience of harming another, and you noticed the feelings that arose, what kind of thoughts came up as a result of those feelings? Certain thoughts came into your head. Thoughts you thought about the other person, or the situation, the job. Look at those thoughts. And how did you treat the other person, the situation, yourself? How did you treat yourself? The basic instruction in support of our first commitment, which is the vow not to cause harm to the best of our ability. The basic instruction is don't act, don't speak. Don't act, don't speak. Don't say the words. Don't give the look. You know the look.
Oh, yeah.
Don't make the shrug. Don't throw the punch, for some of us, not all of us. Don't go there. Pause. pause. Wait. Before you act, before you speak. Pause.